Everybody, welcome back to the King of the Knoll Series Achievement Run. This is part 20. Actually, a lot has happened in the last episode. We have successfully vassalized Wetten and Burgundy, which will allow us to potentially sway the opinions of some electors within the Holy Roman Empire and thus elect ourselves to Emperor. In fact, between the last episode and this episode, a few months have passed, and within those few months we've actually gained a personal union over Lithuania. This was completely unintentional, but because we had a, royal marriage with Lithuania, they had a king that died without an heir. We have a very high prestige and a very good relations with Lithuania, and therefore gained the Lithuanian crown as our own in a personal union. So I didn't want to go too ahead of where we left off in the last episode. Again, only a few episodes have, or rather, only a few months have transpired since that last episode. So, as I said, we've gained a personal union, and the only people to have protested were Spain. So we need to destroy Spain. Spain, of course, is a bit bigger than they were historically. They have taken over some Portuguese land and seek to continue doing that. So, without further ado, excuse me, by the way, these are a bit bad, as they always are. So, we need to ensure that all of our men are ready, war capable, and everything like that. Of course, now that these guys are done, do we have... We do not. As I say, if we had a conquistador, that would be very useful, but we do not. Of course, our colonies are almost done, especially over here in Siberia, which is good. So we just need to defend Lithuania, which shouldn't really be too much of a problem, to be quite honest with you guys. So let's go ahead and continue right where we left off. And I think it'll just be Spain, honestly, that declares war on us. Okay, our king has just died too. Well, that's, I guess, pretty good news, considering our king was pretty shit. Of course, our heir to the throne is even worse. Gustav Jagiellon, but our current king is a 432, not too bad. We could go ahead and afford to grab a new admin counselor, which we shall do so. And a new, let's see, nothing really worth taking here. So again, we are continuing to incorporate Muscovy into our domain while we are at war with Spain. And let's take a look at Spanish naval capabilities here. They do have more heavy ships than we do, so might not be advisable for us to just straight up attack them. Maybe we can get military access through some countries here. Maybe not. I don't know. France hates us, so we can't do that. Huh. Yeah, let's just let them attack us, and eventually we'll get a white piece out of it. So I'm not too concerned about that. Excuse me. Our colony in Siberia is self-sustaining, which is great. We've won the Siege of Mons as well against the rebel factions. So we need to continue moving eastward into Siberia, of course. To get to the Japanese achievement to conquer Japan, we need to push ever eastward, so we will continue to do so in Barnaul, down here in the southeast. So we will move our infantry that way and core our brand new colony, just like so. And really, I was kind of hoping to go to the south and maybe take out a few of the Spanish-Brazilian territories, but honestly, it's not a big deal. We can avoid that. I'm a bit worried, actually, in fact, that Scotland is setting up some colonies in Canada. So we're going to have to compete against them, but I'm not too concerned about it. Can we fabricate any claims on these native tribes? We cannot. That kind of sucks. Oh, it is what it is. Let's ensure that we have a claim on all of the Baltic. Of course, I will be declaring war relatively soon on the Hansa and everybody else that has a, I guess, province here. So, again, fabricating claims on Nordjylland. That's how I pronounce it anyways. And it's nice. I mean, we got Lithuania as a PU. I mean, you really can't get better than this. Lithuania is very strong. And we might be able to inherit them eventually as well. So that's really, really cool. Austria no longer considers us a rival. That's fine. And again, we are colonizing to the east. We've lost a claim on Brandenburg. That's fine. Again, we don't really mind. And it remains to be seen whether or not even Spain decides to attack us. Okay, it looks like they do. They've got some men in France. We'll keep an eye on them. If only I could attack them, that'd be pretty nice. But I can't. Closest I could get to is... No, I can't even access Lorraine either. Well, not the end of the world. We don't really care. It's alright. So the Ottomans have declared war on Austria. That's fine. No big deal there either. And once I get that free diplomat from Muscovy, I'm going to work on improving our relationship with our vassals. If you take a look now, you can see that only Burgundy supports us in a future election. We need to get our relations up with Verdun, so they will support us in the coming election once Bohemia's ruler dies or is otherwise incapacitated. We have gained a new core province, which is good. I think that was our colony, so no worries there. We are going to continue to integrate Muscovy, and that's going pretty well. So no complaints. We have, of course, a new colony up to the south of Sibir, which is good. We are spreading to the east, and we will take out Sibir too. We actually can declare war on them now. Maybe I should do that. We're going to go ahead and send this unit over here to the east. They are without allies, and we've got a claim on their province, so let's go for it. Might as well. Again, we are incredibly expansionist, but that's fine. We'll lose church power. Again, we don't really care about church power. Let's check our aspects again to make sure that everything's good. We're getting global settlers, national unrest, and discipline. That's fine. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Everything synergizes very, very well. And again, Spain has no chance of, taking over Lithuania, so we don't really care about that either. We do have a free diplomat, so we're going to use him to increase our relations with our other vassal, Verdun. But I don't think I can marry them. So instead, we are just going to improve our relations with them. That's fine, just like so. And we've changed the culture of a Siberian province, which is fine. That's good. It's good. And next month, we will basically take over Muscovy. Let's keep an eye on our army to see which army we inherit. We have integrated them, which is great. Is there any army that is wonky that we've taken from them? In fact, I don't think they had a single army besides these guys down here. So we're going to disband those guys and immediately convert the Muscovite lands. Of course, we are no longer the defender of the faith. I decided not to come to the aid to some little, one province minor against France and other, large, scary countries, so we'll work on that later. We, of course, will take the discipline advisor, which is good, and continue to fabricate claims on the Baltic, this time in Saxe-Lauenburg. Or rather, actually, let's just claim on Brandenburg. I'm going to be going to war with them as soon as this war with Spain is concluded, which, to be honest, it should be concluded pretty soon. Let's go back over to Canada, where Scotland has successfully colonized one province, and pretty soon they might actually be moved over to the New World as well, if England kicks them off the island successfully, which I think they probably should. And of course, my colony of Oscarland is still predominantly English. They are not colonizing anything, which is a bit annoying, but that's fine. Not the end of the world. Again, we don't really care. So let's continue where we left off over in the Old World. We do have, I believe, a unit outside of Siberia right now, or at least pretty soon. So we'll declare war on them as soon as we are able to. Kind of clean up our eastern provinces. We don't need to renew the war taxes. That's fine. We'll do some ducats. That's also fine. And again, any excess military military mana that I get that is not being spent towards an idea group will be spent towards developing Stockholm, as I do want to get that city of dreams, or whatever it's called, when you get a certain development past a certain threshold. That's really, really good. So we're going to work on that. And over here in Siberia, we can go ahead and get our really good leader. This will be really, really fast. Again, we're declaring war on them for Va. And just like that, no problem at all taking Siberia. In fact, we could probably go ahead and polish up our southern border over here in Siberia as well by taking over Nugai and Bukhara as well. I think they're without any major allies. They are. There's some Indian allies and some Crimean allies, but nothing we can't handle. Our truce with Austria has expired, which means that more than likely we will see more coalitions rise up against us. We're going to take Siberia incredibly fast here. which is, again, not too surprising. So we're keeping up our relations with our electors. Pretty soon they will favor us, so that's good. And pretty soon we will also take Severe. It should only take a few months for us to actually capture their last territory of Vasa. It is a pretty poor territory, so it shouldn't cost too much for us to annex with a core. So we're not too worried about that. Again, we continue to fabricate claims on the Holy Roman Empire, and our truce with other one province miners are done. Of course, they're entering the coalition against us as well. We don't care. Not a big deal. In fact, now I think we could probably go ahead and make peace with Spain. In fact, let's continue the war. Just because if nothing else, we can take maybe their overseas provinces. Where are those located? None of these are overseas. That's unfortunate. They'd be like really cheap provinces now. Okay, these are African provinces. Nothing over here. What if I was just go over here and do this? I don't have a core of these provinces. Okay, so we can't do anything over there. But maybe we could get them to cancel some subjects. Or annul treaties or something. We'll see. Again, not the end of the world. We'll continue to be at war with them. If nothing else, just to take money from them and stuff like that. So, again, we are going to increase relations with our vassals. It's incredibly important to do so. Yay, royal marriage with Burgundy. Pretty soon, Siberia will want to make peace with us. Let's again check the Holy Roman Empire page here. There are 3 electors that favor Bavaria over us, so we should probably take them out eventually. And Burgundy, we've got some pretty good relations with, so we will opt to take them out of the war, or rather take them off of our diplomat, just like so. And let's go ahead and take Severe. Excuse me. We have enough war score to, I believe, force religion, although I don't see it available, which means that they might already be... Okay, they're Sunni, but it doesn't really matter, again. So we'll take that province and take some money, as we always do. That's fine, just like so. We've taken another Siberian province. We'll annex it and increase autonomy. We can go ahead and move our troops back into the Swedish, I guess, Prussia, into the west. And we are continuing to colonize to the east, which is great. So we will... 1609 local unrest. Is that worth it? God, that's pretty shitty. We lose a lot of tax and manpower. You know what? Let's just reverse course. Missionary strength, that's fine. At least we can recruit, or rather convert people a little bit faster than we normally would. Of course, now we need to make more claims on some more land, maybe notably Saxe-Lauenburg, or even over here in the west with the Hansa. Maybe like, no, we want to keep them in the Holy Roman Empire if we can. So that's fine. What should we do here? I guess let's go ahead and improve our relations with Burgundy until the war is over. That way we can have a little bit of a buffer between when they want to elect us and everything like that. This is good news. And we are slowly gaining favor with Wetten, which is good. We've gained population in Barnaul, which is also really, really good. Let's go over there now. It's pretty fast. For a Siberian colony, we are getting quite a bit of population in it, so that's good. And once we get 500 gold, I might do, or ducats, I should say, I might decide to take Defender of the Faith once again. Might be worth it. And we are about to tech up with all 3 of our technologies, Diplo, Militaristic, and Admin. As soon as we get some more points, like right now, this will increase our neighbor morale, which is pretty good. As we are pretty far behind in Diplo Tech, to be honest, but it's okay. I don't see a problem with that. Of course, our war score with Spain is rising at the moment. We can gain 7.4 more war score from them. That's fantastic. And it's the 1600s, so most of our truces are expired with the Holy Roman Empire, which means that this is pretty good. Most of them are going to enter into a coalition against us, but that's not too surprising, really. No surprises there. Again, we are converting more of the former Orthodox Muscovite-held territory that we have annexed. Let's take a look at our diplomatic power. We are still over the diplomatic limit by just a bit because we are allied with Poland, but that's okay. It'll be worth it to be allied with Poland anyways. And we continue to increase our relations with our vassals, which is necessary here. Gold rush, cool. So we gain a lot of money. We can go ahead and once we tech up, I'm going to take Defender of the Faith. I'm going to refuse you. And let's go ahead and also make some more buildings. Like trade. Trade could be pretty good. Let's make trade over here in a Lubbock trade node. Just like so. That should be good for the moment. This will increase our amount of money that we make. And that's always good. Of course, our first army is under attack by Spain. Where do they come from? I have no idea. But we are going to immediately reinforce them. Just like so. And gain a military advance as well, which is fantastic. How long will they hold out? Well, hopefully long enough. We do have some reinforcements coming in. And now I think we've stomped them. Gained some war score in the process, which is good. And if only we could push back into France. We can't, but it would be cool if we could. Let's go ahead and upgrade our military units to, okay, not Maurician infantry. We can upgrade the cavalry and the cannons, so we're going to go and do that. And we have a 25% war goal against them, or rather a war score against them, so we're doing pretty well. And once we maxed out that war score, we will make peace. Of course, also very soon we will take scientific experimentation, which will give us another idea group. I'm going to opt to take another militaristic military group because we have plenty. We are ahead in military tech, so that would make the most amount of sense. We can opt for maybe quality ideas. I really like those a lot. That would give us discipline and morale, yearly army tradition, and infantry combat ability. So all around pretty good. If we decided to go defensive, it would give us more land maintenance below, give us more morale. That's also really good. So is offensive. This would give us land force limit modifiers. Ooh, it's going to be hard for me to choose. Defensive, quality, and offensive are all very good ideas. Of course, there is a case for each one of them. But I think I'm going to choose either offensive or defensive. Let's take a look again at these. They both give, okay, attrition. Quality would give me discipline, which is really good. Excuse me. Ship durability, that's really good. Cavalry, yearly army tradition, infantry combat ability. Discipline at the end, or discipline a bit earlier. And siege combat ability. Huh. Let's go with the offensive. It would give us a land force limit modifier plus 20%. That's a lot better. And it would give us better generals. Yeah, let's go with offensive. That is a bit better. So we're going to take offensive idea set. That is good. And we can also go ahead and opt for the Defender of the Faith, which will give us yet another missionary, just like so. And it will reduce our war exhaustion as well. So pretty good all around the board. And we can also afford to raise war taxes here in a minute. Of course, our war with Spain is going really well. We only need 3 more war score. A great advisor has died, not a problem. What is costing us so much? I bet it's probably our reinforcements, which are causing us that much money. It should taper down quite a little bit here in the next few turns, at least hopefully. Yes, it is. And let's go ahead and raise those war taxes. Well, we can't quite yet, but we can soon. I'm thinking maybe I should focus admin, just because we're a bit behind on admin. And now that we are reinforced, it's going to cost us some. Ooh, it's going to cost us a little bit more next turn, and we might incur. Might incur a debt or a loan, I should say, unless we lower the army maintenance by just a little bit, just like so. Now we can raise war taxes and make peace with Spain. We're going to do that. That's fine, just like so. And how are our electors doing? Okay, Vernon just barely accepts us as the Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, so we will work on that. Of course, because we do have a vassal here, I think we could probably fabricate on Hesh, which would allow us to take yet another vassal. So that's important. I think I'm going to go ahead and focus on that. Let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Of course, Burgundy really supports us, so we don't really need them anymore. And we only going to gain 0.2 more war score. So next turn, this is the most amount of war score we can get from Spain. So let's go ahead and make peace with them. As I said earlier, I really wanted to gain some of these colonies over here, but I can't. Instead, maybe we could take some of these little like side provinces of Spain. This would give us more colonization reach if we did decide to perhaps colonize some of this territory down here against France. Excuse me. No, we don't really need to do that. That's fine. We'll just ignore that for the time being. In fact, if we took some of their Cape provinces, we can make a trade. What do you call them? A trade company down here in the Southern Cape. That might make more sense. In fact, why don't we do that? But the only problem is I don't think we have the range to core that territory. So we'll wait on that. Next time Spain is on war with us, we will take it. Instead, we will take war reparations and a lot of money. When I say a lot of money, I really mean it. They're giving us a shitload of money. And you know what? We'll also take some islands. We'll take like these guys here, the Canaries and Arguin. It's fine. These are pretty good territories by and by. So I think it's a pretty good peace with Spain. Again, if I had more war score, I would get them to annul their treaties with France, but it's okay. We made quite a bit of money out of them. And we have cored more territory for Sweden. Yay, for Sweden. So we're going to make a core here in Arguin. And we can't raise the autonomy there, which is unfortunate. We can raise the autonomy here. And next turn, we should be able to have enough admin power to core the Canary Islands. Just like so. Fantastic. And pretty soon we will be able to core these as well. The unrest is high, but that's just because, well, why is that? Not accepted culture and separatism. So we might want to recruit some regiments. Or at least put some regiments over here in Arguin. If there is a rebellion. I don't think there probably will be, so we're okay. Let's see if we can fabricate on Hesh. That would be fantastic. We can't. Do we have a casus belli on them? We don't. So what should we do here? We should go ahead and check our claims. Sweden. Our claims are pretty good. Let's go ahead and declare war in Brandenburg. Or even on the Hansa. Saxony. Well, we can't vassalize Saxony in one go. Just like we can't vassalize Brandenburg in one go. But both of our... Okay, I was going to say both of our vassals support us, but they don't. That's a lie. Let's go and attack Brandenburg. That'd be my my preference here. Of course, the other electors, Hesh, Saxony, and Nuremberg. Nuremberg's too far away from us. What about Hanut? But that's also pretty damn far away from us. It's like down here somewhere. Well, I thought it was down here somewhere. Where is Hanut? It's like over here. Cleves, Brabant. Hanut's over here. They're occupied by France. That's not good. So let's just go ahead and declare war on Brandenburg. That's probably the best thing we could do at this point. Of course, they are allied with England, which will drag us into war with England. I didn't really want to do that, but this might give us the side effect of being able to take Bermuda from 13 colonies. So, you know what? It's worth it. We don't mind. It's okay. Let's go ahead and declare war on Brandenburg. We have all of our troops. We are ready to go. Let's go ahead and do this. Again, where is our Siberian troops? They're back from the front. We are ready. Let's check our... We could make another regiment, but that's okay. We don't need to. So we're good to go. Again, moving all of our men closer to the front here. And we are ready to make war with Brandenburg. Yay, no more talking about it. Let's do it. We have a brilliant personal union with Lithuania, which is fantastic. I really like that. Really, really nice. We will increase our relationship with them too here in a minute. as their liberty desire is going to increase since we are not really on very good terms with them. Right, so let's go and continue right where we left off and declare war on Brandenburg. We will take, let's see, England, and all these other guys are going to declare war on us as well. Are any of these guys... Well, the electorate of Saxony will declare war on us. Brunswick, Saxe-Lauenburg, England, and the Palatinate. That's fine. We don't really care about them. Let's set, I don't know, Rostock as the war goal, or maybe even Nuremberg. Let's set Nuremberg as the war goal. Declare war on them right away. And let's see what they do here. Of course, we have a lot of units down here in the south. So we need to move them up into the fronts, just like so. Don't mind me. So let's see who's on our side versus their side. Our side's a bit bigger, which is good. England, however, does have a bigger navy. We're going to want to move our navy back into the Baltic Sea, where they're a bit safer from harm. We're going to do that immediately. And time to... I guess be smart with our war here. Really, is our war taxes up? They are. We're making quite a bit of income as well. Let's see. All of our forts are mothballed too. Let's go ahead and make a move on Neumark, as that's part of the war goal. And I'll be ready to reinforce any men that we see here. And we're going to declare war on Saxony, or rather, move our men into Saxon territory. We do, however, see that Brandenburg is making a move on some of our territory. Let's go ahead and close off the Oresund, or the Storbalt, however I pronounce that. We've won the Battle of Kassel, which is good. And quite a bit of people are at war with us. Again, not too surprising. We should have no problem, however, absolutely dominating here in this war. We've lost a Casus Belli, lost a claim on Bazook. Don't really care, that's fine. And we are still coring territory in the south, off of those islands, off of the coast of Africa, that we've taken from Spain, which is good. And again, we are trying to take out some of this Brandenburgian territory as fast as we can. So they're making a move on Grafsland. We're going to immediately send out a man to reinforce us there, just like so. And once he is a few days away from taking our land, like right now, we are going to scorch the earth, which will increase our defensiveness just a bit, and make a move to reinforce. Really, everything is going directly to plan here. I wish they had to cross a river, though, but they didn't. So all of our men are going in for the reinforcements. In fact, instead of moving you, we'll keep you over here on Saxony. The war, again, is going fantastically well. And we've blocked off the Baltic from anybody crossing through Denmark. Well, I guess not Denmark, but the others. Brandenburg does have quite a bit of discipline, so do we. We're doing pretty well by and by. Let's go ahead and check our army tradition. It's pretty low, but we should increase it quite a bit from this war. And are we at war with Anhalt? We are. So we're going to keep our men on Anhalt. In fact, I think Anhalt might be an elector. It's not, so whatever. We don't mind. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and send our men to Potsdam to finish off Brandenburg, if we can. Oh, wait, they're running somewhere else. So instead, we will take out Neumark and these other provinces as fast as we can. Really, really wonky the way that we have our men moving around here, but it's okay. And we've won the Battle of Anhalt. We are going to keep you on Anhalt to capture that for the Swedish Empire. And our allies are doing a good job at distracting the enemy, which is fantastic. The Hansa have occupied something we don't really care. We will take them out later. And the the Ottomans have set us as a rival. That's just unfair. We gave them land in the last League war that we've done. but they are just completely ungrateful, so I guess not too surprising. We should never trust the kebab, and we did trust the kebab, so that was our first mistake. We could go ahead and abandon our colony here. And I want to set up more colonies, actually, over here in the east. But first, we need to set up a colony in Siberia, so we can abandon it later. I'm going to opt to take, which one is the best for us to send to? This one is fine. I'm going to send it over there. And next turn, we should get a new colony up and running, which is fantastic news. So again, we are doing pretty well. We are conquering Brandenburg just as we speak. We're doing a pretty damn good job of it as well. And our vassals now prefer us to anybody else. It remains to be seen what happens in the event of a tie. Maybe we can get our king as the emperor. That'd be pretty cool. So we've taken a new colony in Siberia. We'll move on to Pagaya Orda, which is where we are sending our colonists. That's a tongue twister. And Scotland continues to settle quite fast. Actually, they've got 2 colonists up in Canada. I'm a bit worried about that, but I think that our new colonial nation, which will go up very, very soon, will have a chance at destroying them there. What is the name of our ruler? His name is Asu Oscar. I could go for a double Oscarland, but that would be a bit ridiculous, so we're not going to do that. We've conquered Newmark, so time to take yet another Brandenburgian province. And so far the war is going quite swimmingly for us. Let's go ahead and double check what is happening over here and the New Worlds. So far so good. Oscarland's actually attacking Bermuda, which is cool, which is good news. We've taken yet another conversion. Great. Let's go convert more territory. Check our cores. Our cores are so far so good. It's a bit slow, but slow is better than, I guess, nothing. And what just happened? Hold on 1 second. I must have minimized by accident. Sorry about that. I hope you guys are still here. You guys are still here? Cool. Right, so we're going to continue the sieges here. Again, they're going very, very well. Nothing to really be afraid here. We've taken Rupen. On to Altmark. Why does this keep minimizing me? This is really frustrating. I don't want to be minimized. I'm using Windows 8, and it's beyond frustrating. I hope that the audio syncs up here again, because after these minimizations, I know that NVIDIA Shadowplay, which is the recording program I use, might stutter a little bit on, where I've last recorded. So I hope it doesn't, but we will see. It remains to be seen whether or not it does. So again, we're going to move our men into Potsdam, which is the final fort of Brandenburg, the final holdout area of their army. Should have no problem taking that as well. The war score, of course, is in our favor now. We have won the Battle of Potsdam, unsurprisingly. And our new colony in the west is about to finish, which is good. Let's go ahead and take Saxe-Lauenburg, which is also at war with us. In fact, we can use this army to wipe out the Hansa. We'll go ahead and do that as well. Our colony insignia is self-sustaining, which means that we have a new colonial nation. We can name it Vinland, that's fine. I was going to go with Leafland, but you know what? Let's just go with Finland. That's a bit more appropriate, I think. So let's go ahead and check out our work. The new colonial nation of Vinland is a bit small, but we're getting there, okay? We're not quite done yet. We do want to take more provinces away from those pesky Scottish colonists. In fact, I might declare war on Scotland just to take their provinces. I hope they don't judge me for it, but it's okay. Fuck Scotland. I mean, I love Scotland in real life, but in Europa Universalis, I want all of these colonies for myself, which is not too surprising, I guess. Brandenburg, of course, trying to take back their territory. That's cute, but they're not going to get too far with that. We've won the Battle of Lauenburg, unsurprisingly, and Sweden has come into occupation of Potsdam, which is fantastic news for us, which means, in fact, we could take back this territory from the Brandenburgians, or just Brandenburg, I guess, not Brandenburgians. We've won the Siege of Anhalt as well. Let's go ahead and send these guys up to the north as well, just in case we need to reinforce. I don't really think we need to, but you never know. We've won the Battle of Wittenberg. Where is Wittenberg? Over here. So we're doing a pretty good job over there as well. Into the reinforcements you go. They should have stayed home. And we should absolutely beat them back. Now, they do have really high rolls, but we've got more men than they do. So I have no illusions as to who's going to win here. We are going to win. Things will be good. Double check our electorate. Our electorate's fine. which is good. Again, we are doing this to become the Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. It's the most important thing for us to do. And let's go ahead and clean up the remaining, I guess, Brandenburgian forces over here outside of Stad, and kind of free our elector. And let's make a move on the last Saxon territory, which we can occupy right away. Of course, we have no colonies up right now, so we are making money, but I want to change that. Be aware that that is going to change very soon. We've taken Stad, and we are going to take Bremen as well. We don't have a leader, which is a bit unfortunate, but we have some reinforcements from Burgundy heading that way, which is good. And guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode where we continue the war, make war with Scotland to take over their Canadian provinces, and establish colonial hegemony, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully in the next episode we will also become the Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. I certainly think that we have the ability to do so, and it'll happen soon. So again, guys, stay tuned, and thank you so much for watching. See you soon.